Hello ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hope nobody else is stuck in the office on a Saturday like me today, but I thought I'd make this quick video for the 3.1 million people interested in storming Area 51. More specifically, I thought I'd talk about the 5 legal things you need to know if you decide to storm the base. First, let's talk about jurisdiction. If you storm Area 51, which is a United States military base, you are not subject to the United States military jurisdiction unless you actually are a service member, in which case something called concurrent jurisdiction takes place, meaning you can either be prosecuted under the United States military or by the federal government. Someone is caught storming Area 51 and they are not a service member, meaning federal jurisdiction applies, they could potentially be summoned in front of a federal magistrate who sees cases on that particular base if they have one. If not, it's likely that you would be arrested, put in federal custody, and taken to the nearest federal magistrate. That was pretty much just a long way of saying that if you storm Area 51, you are subject to federal jurisdiction and not necessarily state jurisdiction, and different laws apply. Second, the charges that could be brought against you. I was actually combing through Chapter 18 of the United States Code before I started this video, and there are too many potential charges out there, so here's a list of the few which I think are most on point. First, Section 1382 of Title 18 of the United States Code prohibits trespassing on military installations. This one's pretty straight. And the list goes on and on. There really are too many to count that could potentially apply, but I pulled a list of the codes, and I'm just going to read some of the ones that I think would likely be charged. Section 32, destruction of aircraft or aircraft facilities. Section 33, destruction of motor vehicles or motor vehicle facilities. Section 39B, unsafe operation of unmanned aircraft. Section 18 U.S. Code 175, prohibitions with respect to biological weapons, if they do have weapons there. 18 U.S.C. Section 7, protection of the government's real property. Protection of the government's property with respect to natural resources. Protection of the government's property with respect to military bases, which we already talked about. Protection of the government's property with respect to personnel, so the guards. Protection of the government's property with respect to the National Guard's property and the Civil Air Patrol's property. Protection of the government property with respect to seized property. Protection of government property with intangible property interest, which probably falls under the stuff that might be in Area 51. Protection of miscellaneous theft or of government property. Protection of government property from theft of government information. Destruction of government property. 18 U.S.C. Section 1361. The disclosure of confidential government information. Third, if you storm Area 51, you will be lucky to get arrested and have charges brought against you. This is because the U.S. government can likely justify the use of deadly force in protecting their base. Fourth, sentencing. If you are convicted, expect a long detention. The government does not take storming military bases lightly, and I would expect the detention amount, even for something like this, which is a meme, to be in the years. It's not a joke to them. For our fifth and final tip, it actually isn't really legal at all, it's more just practical. Don't storm Area 51. It's dangerous. This was fun. I love the memes, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt. If you do end up storming Area 51 and get caught and you feel like you need a lawyer, please do not call my office. If you do, I'll probably just have my assistant send you this gif of Billie Eilish saying, duh. Oh God. Okay. All right. I rest my case. I hope you enjoyed this video.